Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing?
Doing good, doing good.
What's going on?
Doing good.
Nick got this smooth ass voice, man. Doing good, I'm doing good.
Man, Nick be drinking NyQuil. They get on the thing trying to talk like Barry White nephew and stuff.
I know Mike ain't talking.
That's my co-host. That's my co-host.
Yeah, I got a little
voice this side of
NyQuil. I got a little NyQuil. You know what I'm talking about? Life shouldn't be so fast. You know, lay back like a recliner. All right, so who want to kick it off? I think X should do it. Since he missed 2 shows, I think he should start it off, then do one like 30 minutes later, you know. So then we want to tell him, well, at least you got your poem limited. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
What do you think, Jessica? Jessica said, yeah. What you think, Nick? Yeah. All right, Nick said, yeah. All right. What you think, Ari? All right, Ari said, X, that's it. Yeah, welcome to Black on Black Rhyme, the virtual show featuring Mr. Michael Mike Curry, better known as Lock Messiah. Even with a bald head, he's still going to be Lock Messiah. Unlock your thoughts. We got Mr. X, better known as X Xavier, X-Man, the next man, have a weird and he guaranteed to be the what? Best man. Next on the mic, y'all want some love, X.
Woo! Y'all ready? What's going on? The boys and girls get plugged, drugged into field trips of hallucinations of plantation that's making brains turn into mushrooms, navigating through tear gas fumes without ventilation. Notice how much poison is taken to filter out the bloodstreams when lives end on touch screens, and knowing this must mean immune system infiltration while attacking ourselves through a cell from a lack of information. And every follower online is information, never escaping, being posted on walls, toe tagged by the law that chose to withdraw a weapon to take aim and freeze frame until another screenshot contained a black body slain. His hearts became frozen, hoping to unthaw. As the Black Panther Party gnaw at the brain when we meet raw violence, screaming be black and proud loud, to never be silenced. And that's all I got.
Yeah, and you be right. They be short, they be midgetized, but they be straight. They be straight. And that's why I really said I want to do about 4 of them. I know why I said one reason, but I knew why I really was saying, because Nick was thinking the same thing. Nick texted me, make do a long one, dog. Let's see, Ebony upgraded her profile picture. Go ahead, Ebony the Goddess. That's THA, the Goddess. Show us love.
Yeah. Trying to build my brand.
Huh?
Trying to build my brand.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You up now?
Wait, what now?
Yeah.
Can you come back to me? I can't turn my camera on because I'm doing my hair, and I'm not gonna embarrass myself.
You can stop. I got the same problem. I got the clippers in the bathroom now. I'm gonna slide it, put on me, slide it in there. 2 minute follicles.
Woo. Let me get my poem up, and and I'm gonna just keep my camera up.
All right. So next we got Miss Lovely Banks. Miss Lovely Banks, what's up? Representing Gaston County / Tallahassee.
You ain't hear nothing I said, huh?
I didn't.
I said,
What?
Keith, my throat hurt today, nah.
Man, keep the nightlife out of this. It's poetry.
Bruh. I'm done.
Go and do a poem right quick. Your throat's still gonna hurt when you do a poem or not.
You right.
No, you right. Poetry.
Water cleansed me as if I was getting baptized for the last time because I needed the Red Sea to part so I could be free like the slaves in Egypt were made to be. Water is like soap to me. It drowns out and removes all the dirt that has creeped onto my skin, but the real dirt, it hasn't been removed from my mind. These times where I wish she wouldn't flash into my head. I wish as I sat in the shower letting the drops hit my head, I wish it would penetrate my cerebrum to that colossal part of my brain and take the stains that are like cancer causing infections to my life. It needs to be missing and not interrupt my life again. My anxiety is swelling and there's not enough medicine that could numb the trauma. But this water ain't cleaning me like I feel it should. I thought as I walked in the puddles, it would take away my sadness. Because if it cleaned my feet like Jesus did, maybe my relief would be granted. It would wrap me in a body of ocean so I could become one with nature, one with life outside of my trauma, but it doesn't. It just reminds me that I have to go back to the water to be cleaned for his sins and my sins that were a domino effect of what he took away from me. I just want to rest in the slippery water from the beach and not be triggered every time my pussy gets wetter because I wasn't turned on mentally, so should this be? Water is see-through, so if it's like me, then you should see how much these scars have become abuse marks that whip me every year until I remember that I can't confront this thief. Let me be baptized with the water because I hope I'll be free to finally not feel dirty when these thoughts plague my memory. Oh, water, heal me. Water, save me. All I want to be is clean. There is something about how the water runs over my skin. I feel better as the water gets hotter. I honestly am fooled for a second that it's actually penetrating my pores, so it has a chance of getting into my bloodstream and cleaning my heart. Cleaning out every memory of the lie he told that day. Cleaning out the shame and guilt of my body, losing its very worth in that very space. God, I just don't want to be in pain. God, I just don't want it to be a pain to smile today. I want your water to clean me in my mental space. I'm done.
That was good.
That was dope.
That's a new piece?
Yeah.
Is that in the book that you have that's out that you didn't advertise?
I ain't done with the book yet, Keith.
Oh, I thought the book was out.
No, Keith.
I don't order some blank. I don't order some blank pages, man.
Yeah, Keith, I think you did, bro. But thanks for the money, though.
That's all right. That's all right. You have anything else going on that you can advertise?
I do have my book, one of my books out, I Break Free. I am working on a poetry album and on the book that Keith is referring to, and he gonna make a joke when I say the pain a poet knows. I know it's coming, but that's what I'm working on right now. I'm also working on a LLC. It's called Let's Talk Trauma. It's supposed to be, basically, I'm a person that has went through a lot of trauma, and I want to be able to help other people get through their trauma and help them process it. So I'll be like interviewing like different women or men that have been through trauma, so people can know that they're not alone, that they'll get through it. That's what I'm working on right now, different things.
And we actually have a show October 21st and October 22nd. An organization called Complex Mirrors Poetry Series. And the next one is going to be on domestic violence. And the show is entitled Hush. Helping something heal. I forgot what it was, but Hush is an acronym. If you have a poem about it, I know some of the poets that's on here is going to actually perform. My Lovely Banks, Nick, Ebony, X, he don't even know it yet. Lot Messiah, I just informed him as well. But is that Faraday on iPhone? This iPhone, is that Faraday? Where it says iPhone. Is that Faraday? And Lola, somebody asked what was the name of that poem again?
I named it My Water. I was just right. It was like my water. I need it. I don't know.
It was flowing. It was flowing.
That was actually a free write.
Oh, you didn't charge yourself? That's what's up. That's what's up.
Done. I can't. Keith,
So
you
Nick,
can
you gonna
take me
take your
off
video? I'm asking Nick to start his video so it'll take you off, but he's trying to be in the dark.
That's what Keith
Nick,
do.
that's
I
what
mean,
he
not
do.
Keith, Nick do. Sorry, because you know he right about it.
Nick was trying to change clothes on you. I got that shirt. Nick, let me see. Together we fight. Together we fight. Okay. Is it say anything on the back?
I don't think it's saying anything like that.
Yeah, it do. Say blank.
No.
Yeah. Fill in the blank. So Nick, you want to advertise that book and all your things, all the things you got going on before your poem, after your poem?
I'll do it after.
All right. You do it before your poem, it give you more time to swallow your food.
Damn, that's true.
See, I was trying to hook you up right there.
Not bad. Yeah.
What were you eating?
Rishka.
What is it?
This is spot Rishka Tacos. It's over there on Pensacola Street.
And they spell risk it like how?
Rishka like Rikssha. I want to say.
Oh, I thought you said risk it. That's why I said I know how they spell that.
Nah, it's it's really good tacos. Highly recommend.
Y'all, please mute your microphone once the artist start.
All right, let me go ahead and spit. Let's see. All right, spit this one in a little minute. So that's good. That's a nice little one. All right. The name of this poem is Bae. B-A-E. A great relationship is like two butt cheeks. No matter how tough shit gets, we'll always find a way to bounce back and stick together. As humans, we were never meant to live forever. Before I expire, I desire a fire to be lit inside of me, and you strike me as the perfect match. Like when the first dope boy cooked up a perfect batch, I'm looking for an addiction. Someone that I can shower in scented candles and fills me with more love than I can handle. I'm looking for a bae, but not just any bae. I want the type of bae that can make me pause 2K while I'm down by 1 in the fourth quarter with 5 seconds to go. And if I lose, I need the type of bae that will rub me on my back and say, it's okay. Baby, 2K be cheating. The type of bae that keeps my heart beating, makes me pick up my phone and start tweeting. Hashtag Woman Crush Wednesday. Hashtag Woman Crush every day. Somehow, in some way, I love you so much, I'll give you Chick-fil-A on a Sunday. Even if I have to break in and fry the chicken myself, you're the number one in my heart. So that chicken sandwich is looking mighty familiar. I don't know if I deserve you, but it will be my pleasure to serve you. It wouldn't be right for me to expect you to be my queen if I don't carry myself as a king. You see, I'm not just some typical American idiot looking for a basket case just to lead you down a boulevard of broken dreams and say good riddance when I'm through with you. Those are the type of guys that waste your time and leave your heart's tank on red. I'm trying to give it a green day. 24 hours of positivity and support. Tell me your dreams, babe. Tell me your goals and aspirations. I'm trying to look at your future, not just your ass that's shaking. Your value is worth more than just your physical assets. I want to be inside of you, but I'm not referring to the typical access. I want to consistently be on your mind like your favorite bundles. I'm talking that 100% virgin Remy Brazilian. How much would I love you? On a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 12. Nah, fuck it, it's a billion. I could climb to the top of the world's highest building and stack it on top of itself times a million and leap. And I still wouldn't be able to reach how deep I'd fall for you. They could sew my mouth completely shut and I'd still call for you just to hear your voice. The most beautiful thing a man ever hears. I'm not a magician, but when I look at you, everyone else disappears. And don't listen to these words and think I'm just doing it for cheers. Even outside of this piece, I consider you my peace. And constantly, I miss you. When I'm with you, it feels like I'm Cinderella. And there's a fairy godmother out there that granted me a magical moment that I have to cherish every minute of before the clock strikes 12. My only wish is for you to be my bae before anyone else. Thank you. Back talk.
Hey, talk back.
So back, my boy.
I just want to say
Oh,
that
man.
butt cheeks line was tight. I was like, what? Nah.
My boy.
Lovely band. Did you realize what you just said then?
Exactly.
I know somebody else.
Shut up. Keith, shut up. Ain't nobody.
No, Mike thought it too, and I didn't say it. I didn't repeat it.
Y'all know what I meant. My words don't come out right sometimes.
It was a good pun, man. I thought it was.
It was a good pun. Like that was Keith Rogers.
Yeah.
He always gotta take the credit with his bald headed self.
No, I mean no, but Nick, it was another line you said too. Gosh, what was it?
Was it Chick-fil-A line?
No, before that. I like that one.
That must have been his favorite line. That's his favorite line.
I like the one where he was like the 12th it's a billion line. I was like, okay. I knew he was gonna tie it in some kind of way. I was like, okay.
You were running back. When you get to it, I'll tell you.
That was lit.
I would have stopped in the poem and said y'all didn't catch that, but I had to not do it.
Right. A great relationship is like two butt cheeks. No matter how tough shit gets, we'll always find a way to bounce back and stick together. As humans, we were never meant to live forever. So before I expire, I desire a fire to be lit inside of me. And you strike me as a perfect match. Like when the first dope boy cooked the perfect match, I'm looking for an addiction. Someone I can shower in scented candles and fills me with more love than I can handle. I'm looking for a bae, but not just any bae. I want the type of bae that can make me pause 2K while I'm down by 1 in the fourth quarter with 5 seconds to go. And if I lose, I need the type of bae that will rub me on my back and say, it's okay, baby, 2K be cheating. The type of bae that keeps my heart beating, makes me pick up my phone and start tweeting, hashtag Woman Crush Wednesday, hashtag Woman Crush every day, somehow in some way. I love you so much, I will give you Chick-fil-A on a Sunday. Even if I have to break in and fry the chicken myself, you're the number one in my heart. So that chicken sandwich is looking mighty familiar. I don't know if I deserve you, but it will be my pleasure to serve you. It wouldn't be right to expect you to be my queen if I don't carry myself as a king. You see, I'm not just some typical American idiot looking for a basket case just to lead you down a boulevard of broken dreams and say good riddance when I'm through with you. Those are the type of guys that waste your time and leave your heart's tank on red. I'm trying to give it a green day. 24 hours of positivity and support. Tell me your dreams, bae. Tell me your goals and aspirations. I'm trying to look at your future, not just an ass that's shaking. Your value is worth more than just your physical assets. I want to be inside of you, but not referring to the typical access. I want to consistently be on your mind like your favorite bundles. I'm talking that 100% virgin Remy Brazilian. How much would I love you? On a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 12. Nah, fuck it, it's a billion. I could climb to the top of the world's highest building and stack it on top of itself times a million and leap. And I still wouldn't be able to reach how deep I'd fall for you. They could sew my mouth completely shut and I'd still call for you just to hear your voice. The most beautiful thing a man ever hears. I'm not a magician, but when I look at you, everyone else disappears. And don't listen to these words just thinking I'm doing it for the cheers. Because even outside of this piece, I consider you my peace and constantly miss you. When I'm with you, it feels like I'm Cinderella. And there's a fairy godmother out there that granted me a magical moment that I have to cherish every minute of before the clock strikes 12. My only wish is for you to be my bae before anyone else.
Was lit.
The line was weird at the beginning, but I just want you to go ahead and finish the poem. And I actually caught for the second time I heard it.
Go through this whole thing again.
The line was about the match. And you strike me.
Oh, the strike match.
That's the one.
That was lit.
But I caught some more stuff the second time I heard it. So
yeah.
What was the line, Nick?
My favorite is actually the that whole Green Day scheme. I don't know if anybody's Green Day fans. But that was like sometimes I write lines that even if nobody catches it, as long as I know it's there, I feel happy. But it's that whole scheme of Green Day where I say like, I'm not just some typical American for a basket case, lead you down a boulevard of broken dreams, good riddance when I'm through with you. Like that was a whole bunch of Green Day albums. And it leads up to like, I'm trying to give you a Green Day. Yeah, that's my favorite.
I just saw that. I did catch the typical American idiot, some basket case. I caught that, but I didn't catch the Green Day reference at all.
Oh,
all right, Nick. What books you have?
I was just saying, I got a book out there. If you want to support the kid, I'm on Amazon. I got a book of poetry called Voices in My Bed. It's by Nick Austin, because that's me. I'm Nick Austin. And eventually I'll drop a follow-up. But I'm more focused on music right now. But probably do a follow-up next year. And if you ever need to contact me, you can hit me up on Instagram, Nick Austin Poetry, at Nick Austin Poetry. Spelled how it sounds, NICKAUSTIN poetry. And I do graphics as well. I've been doing hella graphics this week. Like everyone is crazy.
And my boy Fire
so
with the
book me
graphic.
while you can. I'm saying, man, I've been doing book covers. I've been doing album covers. I've been doing political ads all week. Like I am getting flyered out, man. I'm getting graphics out. Like yeah. So you need any graphical needs, business cards, anything like that, social media pages, hit me up.
Did you reach out to them people
I like
that I tag you in?
Huh?
Them people posts I tag you in. It was like 2 different people that needed some graphics on Facebook.
Oh, I didn't see that. You did that today?
Yep.
I gotta check Facebook now.
Well, she in Gadsden.
What?
Nick, can you hear me, Nick? Do I need to slow down sending people? Do I need to slow down sending people to you, or you can handle it?
No, you can always send people to. I want to reach out and say I appreciate you, keeping sending me business on business, and because I got repeat customers is really what's been happening. Like the people I did some shit for, some work for them, and then they was happy with the work, and so they keep hitting me up. Like a lot of my stuff is repeat customers. I got like 3 consistent ones right now that just always they be having new stuff that they need, and I was like, I got you. So yeah, just anytime you need, anybody needs some graphic stuff, send them my way. I'm always gonna find time for money, all right, and for business.
And some of y'all poets have got books coming out, need covers and all that go with that. So yeah, let's support each other.
We already did that, Key.
That's what I'm talking about. We
created both of them.
Ain't no support like your support. Hey, Aisha. Hey, Miss Bennett. It's 2 of y'all. Oh, Tracy, that you in twice?
No, I'm not in twice. It's a different T Bennett.
So that's TC Bennett that used to come to the show back in the day?
Yeah.
That's TC?
Yep.
Right. So are both of the Miss Bennetts y'all performing tonight?
No, sir.
So y'all named Bennett. So y'all named Bennett. Y'all ain't.
And we're not in it. We're never in it.
Irie performing.
I do that.
Irie, you got perform. You got to spit something, co-host.
Okay.
Like how you called her out, Nick.
Don't do that, Nick.
He done did it.
Alrighty. I don't do this because I just want to come here and listen. Why can't I have that freedom?
You can listen. We're gonna listen to you too. We doing what you're doing.
Oh wow. All right. Well, let me try something. Okay. I don't write poems no more. I don't want to share my soul. I've been broken. And this poetry shit keeps me feeling it. I mean, it helps me heal it and weigh the past as time goes by, but right now I'm feeling wounded. Yes, I know where there is poetry, there is love. I've heard the adages and I've read somewhere that only love could get us through it, but maybe I'm not as brave as I once was, or maybe I'm not as risky as I used to be. I mean, I've had my share of doo-wops. I've danced with the rhythm and blues sang by melodic voices. And to be frank, I don't understand why fools fall in love. Why mama can't see the beauty in me or why daddy won't show up. And I don't mean to make this parental. I'm a big girl now. I take full responsibility of my mentality. See, I'm learning to be accountable. So when I write these lines, my truths become unstoppable, pain becomes shakeable, but not before it becomes unbearable. And I'm left standing naked, buried in my reality. My grandma used to say, press the bus pipe, so now I wonder what does all of that even matter? Because love has made a legacy out of making promises it won't keep. And I don't mean to be nihilistic, I'm just being realistic, and for real, this shit can get deep. So I don't make time to write rhymes. about a perfect world made of beautiful words just to have it shattered in pieces right in front of me. There are still pieces of me I haven't picked up yet. And now I know too much about glass homes to try to rebuild one. I've been broken before, so I don't write poems no more.
I like that.
I remember that poem. But you did write poems after that, though. Some great ones, too.
Yes, I write poems.
Hold on, let me read this chat. If Keith had to ask, it definitely would have been a no. So, all right, y'all say I'll do. Okay. Yeah, Trace, that was good. So Trace, you said you're moving in January?
No,
And you
December. I started in January.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said. You start the job in January. I don't know what you thought you heard.
I don't know either.
Tell us more about the podcast that you and Nick have going on.
Yeah, we have a podcast. So we decided to just have conversations about some of these topics we are usually online debating, from his perspective and mine. So yeah, y'all should check it out. It's the podcast for me. If you're on Twitter, that's the name. It's the podcast for me. Or you can just hit us up and ask more details. We're on Spotify. So if you want to listen there, that would be appreciated.
Put it in the chat too.
Well,
do y'all have a flyer for us?
Yes, we do. We do have a flyer, so we'll drop that in the chat as well.
And make sure y'all send it to me as well so I can help spread it.
Yes. Also, I teach yoga on Zoom on Sundays. If y'all ever want to tune into that, that's something your girl does.
All right. Well, you teach it on. You're gonna put the link in. Well, actually, say the link because this show is being recorded. So say the link if you can, or how they can follow you.
So you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Everything is Irie, and that's EveryTingIrie, and I'll have information on the classes or what I'm hosting there.
All right. And good job. So next we have Miss Aisha. How you doing, Aisha?
I'm doing good.
Where you at now? I know you don't got your little. Let me stop saying little. Okay, I'm gonna say got your little big degree in left Tallahassee.
Well, I think you're thinking of a different Aisha.
So you still in? This sounds like Ashley, actually.
But, this is my first time ever coming on, and ever attending anything. So I just found you guys, so I'm just listening.
Where you at right now?
I live in Tallahassee.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
And you've been writing poems all this time, and you just not getting on?
Well, I write a little bit of poetry, but
it's crazy.
No, nothing crazy.
All we want to hear is a little bit of poetry. All we want to hear from you is a little bit of poetry. That's all right. So you want to go later? You want to do it now?
I will go later. I'll go later.
You sure?
Yes.
You know what later means, right?
What does that mean?
I think you might want to go now. I don't know if you want to go later. You're like, oh my God, I'm glad I went earlier.
I have to find something and then I'll go. I promise I'll go though.
All right. Okay. Don't be like Jessica, lose your voice on purpose so you don't have to perform. Some people take it to extremes.
Okay.
All right. Ebony, you ready?
Sure.
I'm
not showing the video, so don't press that button.
All right, I pressed it. You got to accept that, but I pressed it. If I'm gonna press it again because I'm petty. See, I pressed it again. Go ahead.
You can press it all you want. Ain't letting that camera come on. Told y'all, my hair is in the phase right now. It's in the transitional phase. But yeah, I've been working on this new piece. I'm actually trying to get it ready for Monday. So I'm gonna just see what y'all think about it. Y'all let me know.
What's going on Monday?
I don't know if you guys Well, are y'all familiar with the story about the little girl named Amaya Braxton?
I'm not.
Well, I'll give you some background information. back October 4th of 2016, there was a 7-year-old girl at a bus stop. Someone named Karen went around a school bus and actually hit the little girl, drugged the little girl for a few yards before somebody finally told her that she was dragging the little girl under her SUV. So since then, the case has gone up against 2 grand juries, and there still has been no indictment. So I wrote this piece just because she's from Mississippi. I have a 7-year-old son, and yeah, I found an angle that I feel like kind of fit personally for me. So I'm gonna just see what y'all think about it. Y'all let me know. It's called Lit Candles. I've never been into the whole, birthday thing. Never really saw the point when my birthday is December 24th and everyone is so wrapped up in the spirit of giving. Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring but Ma wrapping up those sweet potato pies. I guess my mom jumped the gun, preparing to give life 20 minutes before Santa Claus came to town and Christ the Savior was born. Always been difficult attempting to compete with the precious Lamb of God for the world's affections, so I stopped trying. Gifted with suicidal thoughts every silent night, strung up like holly hanging for all to see, found myself underneath mistletoe, next to Jack Daniels, Paul Masson, and eggnog, aiding the reality that no one really cares about my presence. So why should I blow out candles if no one deems me important enough to show up? Why should my birthday even matter? It's just another Black life, and let's be honest, when have Black lives really mattered anyway? Like the life of Amaya Braxton. Can you hear it? That's the sound of injustice echoing like sleigh bells. That's the sound of injustice echoing like sleigh bells from beyond the grave as her case was tried twice before a grand jury with no indictments. October 4th, 2016 should be ringing in your ears like silver bells until the Grinch that stole Amaya's future is under the jail. 20 years should be her sentence for every tear her family shed, every birthday they no longer share, forcing a mother and father to exist when the rhythm of their heartbeat in human form is no more. No justice being served with their eggs and morning coffee, transitioning from buying streamers and party favors to picking out a 4-foot coffin and pictures for an obituary. They said her brother's birthday was the day before the accident. Every year, he carries the load of Santa's bag, reliving his younger sister's lifeless body, drugged like the trees we drag into our homes every winter, decking the halls of his pain with the memories he shared with his younger sister. Watching the epidemic of Karen light the path leading to the blizzard of hashtags found hanging from our evergreens. Using Black bodies found exercising their right to remain silent nights in the fight as yard ornaments. Making a list and checking it twice as the nice are rewarded with death and the naughty walk freely. Paying the price for the naughty's hatred and blood. Red as the suit Santa used to tra-la-la-la-la into trending topics, and they wonder why we celebrate so much. No more birthdays or holidays once a life has been aborted from the womb of earth, taking for granted the moments Amaya's family wishes for, year after year, buying candles for cakes that would never be blown out again.
I like that. I do remember that story now. Well, hold on, was she getting off the school bus?
Yeah, she was getting off the school bus.
And the lady was passing?
Was actually getting off, so he witnessed the whole thing.
I remember that story too.
Yeah, I remember it now. That's deep.
I like the way you use Christmas. You brought it all together where you were just like the painful memory. You made it seem like, oh, you're telling a story about you, and then you kind of bring it back to the family and how every Christmas they're gonna have to remember this painful memory. I like that.
Yeah, I'm still trying to make sure I do it justice though. I really want to have it recorded for Monday because her birthday is Monday, but I don't know if I'm going to meet my deadline. But if I do, I'll let y'all know. I'll make sure I share it in the group.
So why can't you just go live and do it if you don't have it recorded?
And because I'm a perfectionist and I would rather control the recording.
I mean, you did excellent then. I mean, I mean,
That's
because
superb,
the moment is the moment, and don't
Yeah.
miss the moment because you want to perfect the moment.
Mm.
Sometimes it's the imperfection that makes the moment perfect. Like, I mean, until you don't.
dropping.
Yeah.
So don't miss, because when you said you're trying to have it for Monday, and I guess you didn't hear me. I asked you what was going on Monday, but now you just explained it.
Oh,
So
okay.
that made it even more relevant.
Yeah. When it happened, she was 8 days away from her 8th birthday. So when I heard that part of it, that is kind of where my idea came from for the poem. I was listening to a video that came out this year actually about her mom still talking about how the girl still hasn't received justice. And, you know, everything seemed like it happened around that time and on down with the hashtag. So I really feel like she needs her justice too. We can't just scream a few names and think it's okay. We got to make sure we including everybody.
That's why you should go live with the background story, newspaper, or like gather other stuff like that the poem didn't cover. The poem is the poem, but it doesn't cover everything.
Yeah.
I mean, just hearing it, like, it's bringing it back now. You know what? Do you know the mom?
I don't know her personally, but like I said, I did it because I hear so many stories of everywhere else in the United States. I rarely hear about stuff that happens in Mississippi. And I do remember the story, but the fact that someone had to remind me of the story is what made me feel like it needed to be told.
I think you should reach out to the mom. She might want to get on the talk. You'd be surprised. That touched me, and I'm not even connected to the story the way that the mom is.
Right.
You'd be surprised. So I think that should be your homework for this weekend, to reach out to the mom. Let her hear the poem beforehand. Don't let that be the first time she hears it, if you can help it. And see if she want to come on with you. Or,
Okay.
Yeah, work it. And don't forget to tag us. Make sure you put in the Black on Black Rhyme Poetry Group, or you can tag me and I'll share it. Or you can put your information in the chat so everybody can befriend you as well and follow you.
Okay. I'll do all of those.
All right. All right. So next we have let me surprise if I could. I say her name. Pop up. What's up, Khalil? What's up, Khalil? Well, I guess we won't be Khalil. What's up, Therapy? What's up, Therapy?
Oh, hey y'all. What's going on?
Hey, girl. All that hair on your head.
So what's going on?
We ain't seen. Hold up. I'm trying to think of your first stage name. Was it Vanilla? What was
it? Who is this? Who are these?
It was Vanilla. You're in a Black on Black Rhyme.
What is this?
Yes. It's a Black on Black.
Hey y'all.
What was your first name? Vanilla Therapy?
No, Miss Vanilla was my first stage name actually.
Miss Vanilla? All right. Well, it's Vanilla. We in Florida talking about Vanilla. That's your name. You still in Atlanta?
Yeah, I am in Atlanta right now. For good. I'm back home.
You still performing?
Yeah, I'm still performing. Definitely still. Okay, yeah. Wait, give me 2 seconds, y'all.
Y'all know Atlanteans, they all dramatic and stuff. She knows she been around 15 seconds. She gonna tell about 2.
All right, hey y'all.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta. What's up with the chapter here? I don't know how many people are I just joined. But what's up with the Black on Black Rhyme chapter here?
Man, we're actually in a show right now. So we wait for you to perform.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I am. You want somebody else to go? Then you go. Thank you, Irie, for setting her up.
I'm so sorry.
That's
they
real.
made me go, so just go. Just go.
Is it
You got it.
something?
Yeah. You're a performer. You got this.
Oh my goodness.
Theta who? Theta new. That's what Theta do.
Oh my gosh. Dang, y'all. I mean, she set me up.
Who
Let
that's
me
real
see.
Keith
Let
Rogers?
you.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, this is something just random. I guess I'm gonna read it because you guys can't see me. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Describing your words would do you no justice. So I put stars from the constellations create one in your image. It's just a glimpse of the beauty you behold. You are light, you are dark, you are balanced, balancing my fears with sweet kisses of assured safety. You are my haven, saving me from my ego when she won't let go. Calming the fire while bending my waves. Cause for life, be having me all over the place, but you get me. You go to all the beautiful places in my mind with me, forge bonds with my many personalities. You know I'm silly, but it's what makes me therapy. Your therapy. Here for as many sessions as you need. I'm in the healing business, guaranteed to exceed all your expectations. So don't expect with me. I'll surprise you every time. Just be present in each moment we create, every milestone we climb. Let's see what happens.
Yay.
Smooth. I like that. That was smooth.
You can make me call you Vanilla. Got me changing my dialect. That's all right. Used to be my neighbor. That's all right.
Dang, I miss you, Keith.
So you are you still singing? Or are you just doing poetry, guitar, instruments? What's
poetry? I'm on the music scene here more so than anything.
You heard that? Like Messiah said, you can't even sing no more. You heard it?
Yo, Mike. Hey. But
girl, he don't speak to everybody. He done got bougie on us.
I know. I can't even get a text back. No, I'm just playing. I'm so playing, Mike. Mike, you know I'm playing.
he got you muted. He don't even hear you. I'm gonna tell you, he done changed. So we talk about it on his own feature. He ain't even responding. That's what them features do, man.
Dang. Get to a certain caliber, man. I don't know.
But man, you had this light up. You had this. Oh, your ears now.
Go to the bathroom real quick, man. I ain't want to hear y'all while I was in there.
All right. Good looking out. Good looking out. And turn the camera off. Turn the camera off. But Mel spoke to you, Mike.
Therapy. Yeah.
Mike, hey. Y'all, Mike told me he was gonna move to Atlanta and be my friend, and he lied to me.
I'm gonna move, man. It's just, things be happening this way.
You know, Micah moved for a weekend on you. Yeah, I'm gonna move to Atlanta for the weekend. Mike, you visiting? I'm gonna move there for the weekend. I'll be back though.
That's it. That's all, man.
Just to keep his word. Just to keep his word.
So what's going on? What's this? Wait, it's a show. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me not say nothing. Y'all just keep going. I'm here.
All right. Well, we do this every Friday. And text me your new number because I had about 4 numbers from you when I was doing my call. Huh?
I didn't chance to call you back.
So so that was your all right. So I did keep the right one. All right, because I was deleting them as I called.
She just don't mess with your bit, dog.
No, I had some MAGA members that answer some of those phones.
Okay, yeah.
Vote for Trump. Vote for Trump. No.
So y'all said it's every Friday?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's dope. Hey, so I had seen her put a little thing in here. Hey, boo. I don't be using.
Khalil got on and got off when I called his name. Y'all see that? Who got his number?
Who?
Leah. Well, I'm Mike, you about ready to go up? Or you want to wait a little bit?
I can go.
All right. We're gonna do 2 more poems than you, all right? Cause I want to get Aisha up before you go.
That's smooth.
So Aisha, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Aisha, where you originally from?
I'm originally from Tallahassee.
That's in Florida?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So y'all show Miss Aisha some love.
Yo.
Thank you. My first time, guys. I look outside of me for everything to make sense. Though I know I am the source of the peace I seek. Tuning in seems like a waste of time and that it can wait until I have a mental breakdown and everything is at stake. I cry out, but only in my fears, and these feelings usually transfer into tears. And I feel so alone because in the end, no one hears things that aren't voiced. Unfortunately, they aren't mind readers, but honestly, that isn't too unfortunate because I don't think I want people inside of my head to see the thoughts that I consume. Sometimes they bring me so much gloom. They make me feel so discouraged, like I never have the courage to be more than I am. They make me look at myself and say, damn, what a waste. I wish she would pick up her pace, actually live out her purpose and stop acting like she's worthless. Is she even trying, or are the best parts of her dying? She seems like she's lying to herself daily, acting like she's moving forward when she's at a standstill. Her fake actions making her feel like progress is real. Girl, you got to be kidding me. These words are so harsh, yet they come from me, the source of my peace. I bring myself so much turmoil trying to be. Expectations are like fear. They create these pictures in our minds of something divine that we think we need to do or achieve. Girl, please just believe in your dreams. Fears are unreal and expectations are too. All I ask is at the end of the day, Aisha, that you just be you. There is so much beauty undiscovered, so much more to learn. If you keep going down this road that you are, more fears in your soul will be born. It's a never-ending tunnel, and it isn't the peace you seek. You will keep searching and never find the peak. So obsessed with the ending, you forgot the journey. You'll travel it multiple times because the journey was meant for me, for you. It's what you were here to do. To learn the lessons that will give you your light. For Queen, you were meant to shine so bright. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was amazing right there. That was amazing.
Tell me she got a little poem. That's a big poem.
I'm trying to tell you, that's good.
Supersize that poem. That's all right.
Thank you.
And you read so well. Like, that's what's up. You didn't sound nervous.
Yeah, I would stutter. I don't do that.
Yeah, I've had a little stutter situation too. Mike got a penalty. Oh, y'all didn't hit me. I had to say it twice. I ain't stutter. So we're gonna let Mr. John Warford go. Then we'll call up our feature on Mr. Lot Messiah. Before John, I want everybody to invite at least 5 people right quick. Post it on your page, right? Tell them they need to get on now. And Mike, right before you start your feature, Mike, put your Cash App in the chat in case somebody want to donate towards the cause.
Man, I ain't doing all that.
Man, put your Cash App in there.
That ain't what I came here for a bit, dog.
That ain't why we brought
what I want to do. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'll put it in. Don't worry about it. I got it. I always got it back up. I'll put his Cash App in the chat, y'all.
I love Mike.
He missed that whole conversation we talked about him while he was in the bathroom. Then he gonna turn around and do this right here.
It's all love.
It wasn't for me to hear, man. It wasn't for me to hear.
Brother John, what's up? That's a question. Brother John.
Yes.
Hey.
How's everybody doing?
Boost Mobile acting up. We doing good.
Good to see everyone. Working my way down.
Love that
Sorry,
background.
I was on a call. I couldn't I couldn't get it sooner. Right?
Love the background.
Thank you, brother. I'm in somebody's house. I don't know who they are, but I know they never home during this time of the week. So I just slip in through the window and try to look like I belong here.
Take advantage. Take advantage.
Yeah, brother. But I always got to keep an ear for the door in case they.
But we got your back. If they come up behind you, we'll let you know.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Hello, ready for you to drop one of them jewels on us.
Go now?
Yeah.
All right, check this out. Now, Keith, you might remember this one. I don't know. But here we go. Right? It's just called Poets.
I remember this. Go ahead.
Okay, here we go. Poets don't know how to leave well enough alone. Instigators, agitators, opinionated, speaking up and speaking out of turn. In a world of boundaries, poets jaywalk and trespass. They inflict the comfortable, been known to comfort the inflicted. A creative tribe, they get their hands dirty. They write shit down on paper. Reaching into shadows and closets and buried places, exposing folks' sins and their vices and virtues. Poets will expose themselves. There are a lot of booty naked ass poets to be found, digging out people's noses and pulling off scabs. Poets will even dig and pick their own brains out. Now, what's that about? Poets pick locks too. They fuck with doors. Doors be closed. Open doors be closed, but they be closed for a reason. All the more reasons for a damn poet to not leave well enough alone and prop the door wide open. They might even take the damn door off its hinges. Out of the chain, off the box, off the chain, out of the box, in the mix, temperamental, unstable, misunderstood, taking a stand, off the heebie-jeebies, out of order, all fitting descriptions for poets. Maybe they're on a quest for authenticity or truth. Maybe they're desperately trying to release their demons, find some release from them demons, but maybe it's none of that. Maybe it's all of it. Who knows? Once you write a poem, some folks say they can never look at you the same way again. It's as if you kill somebody. And some say that if you write a poem, you can never look at yourself the same way again. It's as if you save somebody's life. Take a life, save a life, either way. Some lines have been crossed and dead ends turned into doorways, escape hatches. And doorways prove to be dead ends. Sometimes poets open up doors to get in. Sometimes to get out. Poets got major issues. In the marketplace of ideas and words, expect irrational economic behavior. Poets give you what you don't ask for, and then buying the stuff other people wouldn't touch, intentionally tricking out the Queen's English, remixing and freestyling. Best I can tell is standard code of conduct. Poets show up any place and at any time. Genies out of the bottle, opinionated, loose, in the streets, hovering around any place and every place that's got a microphone, like moths to a flame. All the time doing what they do best, subverting the status quo. Fluent in coup d'etat, scribbling on paper, putting words in books, tongues on pages, microphone attention on stages, ready on the left, ready on the right, moths at the flame, going all night. Exposing themselves in the atmosphere. Get your butt ass naked. Getting butt ass naked, they just might. Put your clothes back on, butt naked ass poet. Nobody asked you to take your damn clothes off. Yeah, you look sexy as hell, but that ain't the point. Exposing yourself. Hold up. Where was I? Yeah. Brain damage people, trying to get their creative hemisphere on the right. Fluent in coup d'etat, finding ways to get their hands dirty, putting shit down on paper, writing until it's right, till it's right. I do have to admit, I believe that people put more trust in poets these days. Homophobia is in sharp decline. Maybe it's the subversive qualities in them that make them more attractive these days. Maybe it's the nakedness. I don't know. Don't ask me what the world's coming to. I don't know. I'm sure there are laws somewhere that legally permit them from expressing their ideas and laws that stop them from making exaggerated claim about the potent effect of their poems. Poets claim their nutrients contained in their poems. Yeah, vitamins and minerals, antioxidants, herbs and spices. Can you believe that? And they claim it's all good for you. I had one poet tell me straight to my face, poems and poets is all you need. He told me to trust poetry and told me not to go against the grain. But poets go against the damn grain all the time. It's like it's mandatory. Inflicting the comfortable, comforting the afflicted, picking at scabs and taking doors off hinges. Before poets caused so much confusion, I had no major beef with the status quo. The okie doke was tolerable, but somebody had to let them damn genies out of the bottle. Damn poets got my head twisted. Still, not to put too fine a point on it, I repeat, poets don't know how to leave well enough alone.
I like that one.
I gotta practice it. I found I gotta practice it. You know who I channel, don't you?
Ludacris.
No.
Samuel Jackson.
But booty ass naked DC Curry.
Yeah,
right? Nobody told you to take your damn clothes off. Put your damn clothes on.
That's too funny, man.
So I gotta work on the timing of that one. But I wrote this some time ago.
Look, I wanted to bust out singing "Use a Hoe."
Right.
Yeah. You
Made
look
me
sexy,
feel like
you look sexy as hell, but that ain't the point. Got me distracted. Damn,
with that poem, every poet should be able to twerk with that.
All right, sister, that's cool. I received that. So every now and then, I'm good for a surprise. Y'all probably thought I was gonna get in the lotus position to do something spiritual.
I did.
I thought you would.
I got a few surprises.
But it's like the poem said, you make us see you in a different light, because that show puts you in a whole other light.
Yeah, we had the one Derek a couple of weeks ago. Had his shirt off. Derek on here. Remember that?
Oh, Lord.
Had his shirt off. Look, Derek, man, look, we don't need to know all what's going on over there, man. Put your shirt back on.
He ain't showing that.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe he got some
Brother John left that alone. Look at it.
Is that
Poets throwing shit again, Brother John.
What's that?
I said poets trying to start shit again.
Right, we'll know 9 months later, won't we?
Oh no.
We'll be able to trace it back. We call it contact tracing.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's okay.
See, John, you being a butt ass naked poet right now.
Hey, I'm fully clothed.
Oh God.
Is that Xavier? You cut your hair, brother? What's up?
I thought he did too. I wasn't gonna ask.
Yeah, man.
Nah, I had to get it twisted down for Publix, man, for my job.
Didn't Keith tell you not to Javante? Didn't Javante tell you to don't get it twisted? He tell you that all the time.
I had to.
All right, I'm gonna stop. I apologize. You look good, brother.
Thank you.
For the job.
It do look nice, X.
Yes. Yes, sir.
It's all right.
I personally like it.
Keith just mad because he ain't got no hair.
Don't be envious and jealous, Keith. Don't be that.
Credit.
Every time you look at him, you think of a globe, so he mad.
Don't be.
All head poets don't want to give credit to people with hair. So we're gonna let Matt go. Then we're gonna call up our feature. I was trying to let Khalil get back on before.
And I'm sleepy, man. You playing?
All right, Matt, you got I forgot who I was talking to.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, hey, Keith, I can go next. because I need to go next.
All right.
So now we're gonna let the feature go first, then we'll get you up.
I don't know if I'll be able to do anything tonight, bro. I'm actually on patrol right now.
You got your uniform on and everything?
Yeah.
So go do something right quick.
You want me to spit something real quick?
Yeah. Don't get caught though.
All right. Okay. I'll do this piece called "Can You Feel Me?" Wow. If I can remember that piece.
You ain't gotta do nothing. You ain't got it. I'm just,
Yeah. I'm gonna pass it up on this time because I'm probably gonna be called for. We got to go to a location with one of the officers in a few minutes, and so I don't want to be in the middle of it and got to cut.
Everybody else go live on it. Don't get arrested.
Well, we don't arrest nobody, but but we'll put pen to them. You got to write them up.
All right. Yeah. We'll talk to you later. We'll check out a little bit of Mike. He's gonna go up now.
All right.
Well, everybody show Mr. Lot Messiah, Michael Kirby, some love.
Yeah.
Come on, brother.
Yeah. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, y'all. Thank y'all for having me and shit. I got poems to say because that's what we're here for. Keep picking number 1 through 7. No.
5.
These.
1 second, let me get some water. And it took so long, my throat then got dry. Lord. I look good and stuff, man. All right. So this poem is called Dirty Tennis Shoes. Yeah, I'm gonna just jump into it. Y'all can hear me? Everything good?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Dirty tennis shoe blues, shirt hues, multicolored, a mosaic because of patches stitched from my mother got this t-shirt from a long-owned family store called Hand Me Down. Brought to you by one of my mother's brothers and his big-ass kids. Glasses glued by spit in the grit of grandma's intuition. She say pop her with hands of denim, I believe. He rolled stones for a living or something, Mrs. Shirley from up the street always say he smiled big when she say he had a lot of gumption or something before brushing up against mine. She always asked that. I never say, so I never said, but got a lot of nothing to say things about. On school days, we play games like which kid is dressed the worst. It's the only one in which I'm picked first, and today I make tattered shirt and soulless shoes the uniform of champions. Hopefully bravado master hurt while brandishing my winning smile. I once believed that everyone knew what lay behind the most joyous grin was a cabin house in the darkest pain. But stop when no one asks me to speak of mine. I feel as if I only speak in cries now. Is this the passion of Christ? And the reason my tears are like rusted Chevrolet, better raggedy, but much more comfortable than the one I've been ensnared on. I've shared or been ensnared on. I've been ensnared on. Can afford my own. This perfume masquerading as cologne is an embroidered stain along my soul. Brought to you by irreversible damage. It has managed to be stitched on everything in my closet. I have not bothered to wash anything since the last time. I remember praying that the last time will be the last time, but at the last time, I realized talking to God doesn't dissuade as much as one would hope. Folks ask him where the sin of shame comes from. And I feel like common sense should say something smells fishy, but the amount of empathy has been so wishy-washy these days, I think abuse would say, my disguise ain't the best yet. My best flex comes on days. The shimmer in my eyes convinces folks that I haven't given up. I have given up, but have not given up outwardly. I spoke to a friend the other day that said suicide was cowardly, and preacher man say that's the only sin that can't be forgiven. I find it crazy in a land of rapists and murderers. Still, I keep living with tears on my heart and tears in my genes. From where they came is no longer anyone's concern. It never was, but at least now it's my choice in my old age. I tell folks my age. How when I was less than half this age, or been twice this age, make me at to age and over the pages, this story will feel, and maybe it will, convince some young budding politician to look more into abuse and child boyhood victims and see if there's any correlation between the suppression of their emotions and the suppression of their stories, or the suppression of their emotions and the oppression in their stories. Could there be any correlation at all, or are all men born doing the fall big societal cues to use and abuse after convincing them abuse and choose and cool? And maybe we can only blame ourselves, and if that's the case, that means there's nothing else to do but embrace the varying hues of our multicolored shirt and dirty tennis shoes. Thank you.
Clean my shoes tomorrow.
Hey man, some things hard to remove.
All right,
but the poem is really so I work in like child welfare, right? And working in child welfare, man, you see kind of like the worst of the worst. And one of the things that like I've become kind of like painfully aware of is how little we focus on like young boys specifically in relation to like how common it is that they suffer from abuse, right? Varying types of abuse, but in general, because I think there's this. I tell people, you feel me, like because there's such a disdain for like black men, like once they get to a certain age, they have to kind of like feed black boys from like a long stick, right? And a lot of times that just amounts to like people not paying them enough attention to like really recognize the cues when they are being like abused and so forth. So that's what that poem's about.
Okay.
Keith, pick another number 1 through 7.
2.
2.
Right. I hate coming up with like the order to do poems, so I figure it's just easier to do it this way. It's a completely different vibe, man. So sorry about that. This one's called Up Late.
Up late.
Yeah.
Mike,
I can hear you.
well, let's know your grandma.
What?
Your grandmother is on, so I just want to let you know that.
You said my grandmother?
Yeah, she said hey to everyone in the chat.
Oh, okay.
You can speak to her.
Okay. Hey, Grams, how you doing? Hope everything all right with you. So I'm gonna switch it up and not do number 2, and God dang, do number.
They want to set you
up. Yeah. I'm with you. I appreciate you. So yeah, I'm gonna do number 1. That's smooth.
Don't change because of me. Do your thing. Do your thing. You know so just do your thing.
Right,
I'm gonna get back to mute now. But do your thing.
All right.
I haven't heard it all, so just do your thing.
All right, appreciate that.
Very good.
Pen peddling prophet, my hoodie pocket full of profit from pushing poems and prophecies. Boy, these parables could probably shatter some part seas partially because the God body I was birthed in raw's artery. This is raw artistry unrefined. And like gold and diamond pulled out the mind, the embodiment of Christ consciousness tapping the tab to unwind. I'm on a whole nother plane. And least of all because the words I sang. More so my ability to use alchemy and transmute pain to pain of poetry. Woe is me, my soul is heavy. And knowing death don't mean shit unless it's packaged in celebrity. The world's a shallow place. Where we augment our bodies and lie about the money we make, said to be made in God's image. My Lord, what a fall from grace. How we get blessed with heart and soul, yet still let mind and body lead the way. And lead us astray. Straight bullet to a brother face assailant. Sailed away, new shell, same case closed, adjudicated, not guilty, prior to judgment day. And got all this logic, yet so little direction. And got all the right answers to all the wrong questions. Naive thinking peace gonna be found in election. Like those that want peace is actually trying to be elected. I'm in this sect of the most spiritually opulent. And just common folks that understand the need for common sense. Fuck the omnipotent. No being that knows all, sees all, but does nothing, deserves all of my faith. I watch a black woman turn water to Kool-Aid. That's a miracle to me. I know I'm blasphemous. And seeing so many die to gun violence, it's hard to keep silence. People are still wilding where I'm from. And the educated bunch I'm around now don't do much but twiddle thumbs. Ask how come when another body drop like this, a new part of the game. This lane we in, we on the fast track, the middle class, giving those that lack. I asked the kid so much so that even charity comes with an asterisk. Should we be asked to risk it all, I suppose, is the final question. Is it our job to play martyr after all we've been blessed with? Come chest to chest with, bump flesh with, is the be an activist the equivalent of signing a death wish? And if so, what's our role? I feel as artists, the hardest part of our battle is to go where no one else will go, to retrieve answers for those that don't know what they don't know, but I don't know. So I'm doing my best to live in the light, continuing to express my plight, hoping everything might just be all right if I pedal this pen with all my might. Thank you.
Yeah. Appreciate that one. Appreciate that one.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So it honestly started off as like a it was about me like poems. But then I was like, as I was writing it, I started to feel I don't like really like being braggadocious, I guess, in a way. So I just started to like think about like the superficial aspects of like society and how that tends to hinder us at times and distract us from a lot of like important things, I think. I'm gonna flow right on into the next one. Graham said it's okay, so I'm gonna do Up Late. You feel me? It's a little short for me, generally. Up late in the twilight hour, when words that once filled my mouth are replaced by a skin that feels my mouth that asks about your taste. I stated so good it alters my mental state. It takes me from man to beast. It transforms moans and groans to all-out howls. Howls your moistest parts beneath the roof of my mouth. Won't let it out. I can't let it out. I need this morsel to take its time and mature, preferred without fur, but for her, I don't care. Once we take it there, I take it, have it come. A reason I ain't left since she came and allowed me to attain, take her definition of pleasure, place it in a new framework. Your framework's like framework so animated, you swivel hips and lips so lively, like teach me how you move so fluidly. A mother must have praised dance that speak easy while with minimal effort your body calls for me in several dialects. Oh, how I yearn to learn your body's language, that a masterful mix of joy, beauty, and anger. So you sometimes touch me to take the pain away, even if only temporary. Because ain't like sometimes like a bad dream. And the moment you scream and flinch, I don't pinch or poke, only spread, stroke, and thrust till bust. A cuss or all the above. When I place your ass above, I go below. And be so low when I lick and blow, you bellow a blow brought from the furthest reaches of Lucy's toes. My Lord, we so spiritual. And ain't it just like us that crave depth and darkness? Watch as we bring the light. I can't even see the time, but no fertile ground lie just beyond pink or rose-colored blinds. You blossom right before my eyes, just before I dine. Ooh, we so fancy. And this how we set the dinner table. You are the only thing I need you to bring. I want copious amounts of you to eat and drink. It should be a crime to be this insane. Especially when we're up late. Again, our bodies nude, eyes and barely open, can't see nothing but the fire beneath your skin. My God, what a blaze the flesh is a maze that we both work to memorize. May this flame forever be immortalized so we can always feel for warmth into one's filled with warmth in the twilight hour. When up late becomes late start to a late morning following a late night that we never wanted to end. Thank you.
Yes, for number 2.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it.
My boy, snapping. My boy.
Somebody say you just do number 2 twice.
Hey, but I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. This next one is called which one am I gonna do? Your Type. Yeah, Your Type. All right. Your Type bot is rarely seen as a pocketbook shaving clean in the 70s. I mean, a real rarity, like a truly selfless charity to you, a human barely. I think more with your fairy. By the way, I have been doing fairly well at faring well since last farewell. Ain't become no less of a believer in love, nay, a ne'er-do-well passion, still swelling at the sound of flashing lights. You know, when I think of you and I feel kind of like Kanye, like, and not the old Kanye. But the new school, we chose slavery because it's the new cool Kanye. What I mean is, I relate to the new fool Kanye because I too played the fool when I tried to graduate to the Bay. I figured God made sun for you to be my day and an array of good days you gave. But like a TV sitcom, good times come off and on. I learned to stroll through darkness along this marathon. Thong, 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 thong song. I remember you. Remember we used to sing songs together with you in your panty, scantily clad ass all graspable looking. And I know I probably should have, touched your body more back then, but your mind, God, your mind was just so beautiful. So in the cubicle, I placed you a box you and asking that we be friends like you wasn't deep in already, like I wasn't deep in already, far too far to backtrack, back, you backed away from me. And I figured you only do so playfully, guess jokes on. Whoever cares the most, I used to brag and boast about our bond. And I thought it was otherworldly. And maybe it was otherworldly, but like going to another world and finding out it's no different than the one you just left maybe that's the role I play in your story. Another false fallen figure of Al failed to fulfill their prophecy. We used to see weed together, promised you we'd see a weed together, feet tangled and see weed together in tropical weather on a vacation to a destination we can't be reached by anything that don't make us feel something on sale. What is it, a dream? I wanted to buy it for you, honestly. I would have bought anything for you, did anything for you, and would have just needed more time. Slit ran like water through the lanes of my fingers, lost the race before realizing I was competing. Thought the high regard in which we held one another wouldn't allow us to place one another in these reindeer games. But holy shit, I was mistaken. I question if you was faking, taking advantage of me the whole time. Time's ticking, tick, time reveals all. And truthfully, I dropped the ball because you told me from the beginning I'd be no different than any of the different dudes that distanced themselves in the past. You actually promised me we wouldn't last, which is probably the reason I considered you as a rarity, as something that's rarely seen, as I don't know, iPhone 17 in the 1670s. Thank you.
Fire.
Yeah, bro.
So I think for me, like the for me the most important part was probably like the end. When I said like it's whereas the iPhone 17 and the 1670s, and that's really to say like there was no iPhone 17 in the 1670s, which is to say like sometimes like love is blind, like lust is blind, hate is blind, emotions can be blinding at times, right? In one way or another, and I think that allows us or sometimes forces us to create things that don't exist, right? So that I think that's the big thing, right? Like there was no iPhone in the 1670s, and sometimes relationships aren't what you think they are to a degree.
Like that line you use at the end, you only use that at the end, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
Brother, what you just said, those other things that don't look like they would match, since that's the major theme of your poem, it would be nice, brother, to have more of that. Maybe that's another poem. You add more lines like that, because that's a beautiful ending, but that's the crux, as you just said, to a lot of things about relationships. You can do a lot more. That's a beautiful line.
I'll work on it. I appreciate it.
If the spirit moves you, yeah.
All right, I got.
I was gonna say something, but it ain't my feature.
Just gonna say, Mr. Sir.
Y'all supposed to say, go ahead and say it, D. Don't worry about it.
Go ahead and say it, man. You ain't got nothing to say?
Just like you said, iPhone, then you use the word blind, like, iPhone, and it's crazy that the word eye doesn't have any eyes in it. And the word blind got one eye, but the word vision has two eyes.
No, man. You got the gym. I'm gonna try to finesse something. I think I got, let me see. How much time I got?
About 55 more minutes. It ain't that much.
All right. You said 55 more. Oh.
Yeah, man. You know what you do, Mike. You do a poem and hit the door. We got you now.
Right.
You can't cook.
I bet he got flip flops and socks on too.
I actually ain't got no socks on, but my flip flops is on.
You could be from Polk County.
All right. This next poem is called "Back in the Day." It's one of Keith's favorites, man. So I'm gonna run through that real quick. I remember one morning way back in the day when my cousin came to me, and guess what he said? I had to meet his PO, and he needed me dearly. Wanted me to piss for him, and he meant it sincerely. Now, in my mind, I'm like, you nasty. Think I don't want your ass near me. But in his mind, he like, you little when I think you should fear me. I asked Graham, she say cool. I say cool. Guess it's cool. I ain't know much about the law way back in middle school. And now I see the cues and the rules, and it's crazy. They try to cage us with the rules like cradles do babies. You know, this nigga still locked up for slanging crack in the 80s. And yet they seek rehabilitation for drugged up white ladies. Sorry, Amy, but Keisha ain't get that same treatment. Ain't nobody search for her when she is in those back alleys creeping. At least not from the evening news. Our faces, they're rare like it's pay-per-view. And they don't care about black women that stay paid for and being used. That's why they coddle the accused and shun the abuse. Got our sisters feeling like they got a voice they can't use. And if they could, it wouldn't matter. That's a damn lose-lose. These folks try to compare us hanging to they dang loose noose. Walking around on rope in hand like I struggle here too. I know your ancestors might have been viciously murdered around these parts, but mine passively passed here too. At the end of the day, I think I'm just like you. Now, ain't this crazy that white man that goes free after raping babies compares himself to a black man that sells the damn gram and gets treated like he got rabies? Lock him up and put him down. And where's the shackles? F this crown. Ain't no niggas, just a nigga. Ain't no niggas, just a nigga. Ain't no niggas, just a nigga. Even with a cap and gown. All this damn hypocrisy got me like F degree. Climate change messing up my sleep while I wear beanies in the summertime and Tim's in the spring. Spend major guap on green dot trying to let freedom bell ring. Knowing that little hoe ain't gonna answer when I call, I would slut shame her and Lady Liberty to the 10th degree if I wasn't afraid of feminists. But I can still find Uncle Sam and shoot middle fingers to him and his for slamming brothers with court fees and trying to test they piss like the White House ain't a crib with coke in a cabinet. A dabbing and shrapnel, addicted to warfare, back and trained assassins, folks that get paid to keep harassing us. Tell me in which of the many gods should I trust? And the fact I ain't lose faith and blow up whole states is miraculous, considering how these folks be dragging us men, women, children out of house and home, asking rhetorical questions like, what can I do to help you? Then ignore us when we say leave us alone. You don't get to have it both ways. You don't get to leave when we need you to stay. Like when our streets are cluttered with trash, doubling as the KKK, or when lead pipes that supply y'all water begin to decay, like compost toast that with a freight, then come back and request that we start acting afraid because the crooked cop will never behave, can never control their rage. If they locked in a cage, can someone tell whoever's in charge? We are tired of this experiment. We don't want to do no more twirling. We done had enough for the pair of wets. We done did a lifetime of rets, 10 million a set. Still ain't that you see us sweat yet, but I'm telling you, we are tired of you criminalizing and marginalized, making it hard for us to live our lives in peace. It took me many years to see that what my cousin needed from me wasn't just my peace. What my cousin needed from me was to help him be free. Thank you.
What?
Thank you.
That poem right there, and the concept.
That was hot,
and the
bro.
angle.
That was hot.
I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
Matt, you sound like you done sold some people for in your life.
Yeah. All right, brother. Duty calls. I appreciate you guys as always. One love, one life. Peace.
Yes, bro. Have a good one.
All right. Bless you.
Bro. I'm gonna do one more. then get out of here. Not get out of here, but I'm gonna finish my set. All right.
Crazy, Mike. Jacayla just got on, so she hadn't even heard you do a whole poem yet.
Oh Lord. All right. Let me. I got two more then. This one is called Slums, and it's about the slums. Yeah. Where I'm from, the land they've dubbed slum. The line between have and have-nots is as thin as a struggling young mother's patience. The chasm that exists between buyer and seller is often bridged by the greasing of an outstretched palm, reaching toward another, creating waves with a slight brush of skin through an exchange of that water-whipped pomade that is old unk out there in that corner, boy. Pulling dope out the pockets of those same rusty overripe corduroys, avoiding being cornered by cornering boys and offering some corridors in the corner to any QB that'll work OT to toss a field's worth of QPs, or pushing a whole stash fast before running back without a sack to that corner. Avoid the feds with a Mountain Peak Creek song of being fed up. They got voices like rusted syringes scraped against cracked concrete chalkboards from yelling at boys camped in boarded bandos on blistering blocks paved in hot as sweat from the devil's brow. The heat is sweltering on that corner. With a young, I made night by spending nights in the city lights, wanting to be Hakeem, that is king. I know our ancestors could have never dreamed this would be the scene when they were coming to America. Even as slaves, the day we traded entire kingdoms for cement squares behind red-lined avenues couldn't have been an avenue they feel we take. But I guess that's to be expected. When the only areas we feel safe and protected are the areas they projected us into, making the block the only men that many men ever knew wasn't quite a father, no, just a place to stack figures, decrease the wage gap. The corner's a trap that we knowingly walk into, knowing that many who make it there never find a way to make it back, especially not where we be from, the slums, where no one's accused of white-collar crime like tax evasion. I'm more concerned with the rings around rosy cheeked children's collar because of drug invasion. I see many a lady leave her baby to kick it on that corner. With hyena-like stamina, they chase old schools with tenant spots, eyes wide as a gazelle in the light of a lion's bite when the prices for the nicest white girl is right within their budget. Some bras be bugging, using child support to support their addiction until CPS comes to kick in their door and cop their beautiful copper-toned kids with souls worth as much as God's bronze body, deserving to be held, to be coddled, but instead I left swaddled in clouds of emotion. Eyes storming, a mother dormant with white mounds in the corners of her mouth and lips. The kids who long ago lost their innocence can tell you exactly what this is, cause even though they never seen real snow before, they know the reason they mama's so cold. Arctic coast don't come close to the coldness conjured on that corner, especially not where we be from, the slums, where no snitching is the policy we live by. From pickpocket book to pop, pull pistol, we pride ourselves in never talking to the police. So we often pour lies into the ears of interrogators until it bubbles and seeps through like peroxide around drums of dab wax, keeping everyone free. And on the outside is our only prerogative. So we never know who raped that young lady or who killed that mother's baby. We just chalk up the chalk outlines and lost lives. Ooh. Chalk up the chalk outlines. Around that corner, because the corner takes everyone, especially where we be from, the slums where hope spread as thin as butter on sugar sandwiches. We use drugs and jokes for bandages, loving on friends and family until friends become family and family become friend into the whole blocks and kin, because poverty is a mind state. And in our current state, we lose our mind if we ain't find time to make light of life on this corner, because the corner is all we got. Especially where we be from. The quarantine quarters we can call home, but everyone else calls the slum. Excuse me for the mess ups, man. It's been a while since I said that poem.
No. You good, my boy. Bounce back game strong.
You stayed with it too, brother. You stayed with it. Professional, man.
I learned from the best, man. Learn from the best.
I agree with Nick. That's my favorite poem of yours, bro.
Yeah, one of my favorites too, man. Definitely. And then this last poem is.
Oh. Huh? Get him, brother John.
You can't keep saying no, man. I done said 30.
You gotta go to the oven, cut that TV down, warm it back up later. No. Got you, right? Can't go nowhere.
Y'all are making my job so easy tonight. I like this.
This poem is called "The Well Is Dry." And this is probably one of my favorite like Moore poems, I think. Excuse me. The well is dry. Ducks been tapped from whaling, a whale of a tale of happiness, a tailing off on the tail end of a tall tale told through short truths by tellers no longer taken aback by the gritty hues of lost for they have seen everything be removed by life, but death itself, a pain be a poetry. Poetry be an axiom, ascribed by silence. The forgotten voice behind the voice of the forgotten truth behind the voice of blues rhythms beaten so harshly by hardship. Kettle Black can't call it darkness, and pain can't call it pain, and hurt don't call it hurt no more. Just and breathe deeply when it sees it, because you can't speak the language of adversity, of anguish, of agony. If you ain't ever felt it, if this heart could talk it, it wouldn't say nothing. I just ain't got the strength. I then lost all this faith. And may the world forever drown under the tides of that silence, for we should all have grown tired of bottomless pleas of forgiveness for being ourselves, if nothing else, the forbearance of our forefathers, forged under the farce of hope, forced us to cope in a mute stupor, sing the song of fallen angels fall on deaf ears too many times to fight that war. Blessings and lessons learned when attempts to be vulnerable go awry. I used to cry when I thought the sound of my pain meant something. But sound they never really did, suffering no justice. If anything was ever done justice at all, the well is dry. And tears don't get shed no more. They lived through too many night terrors that offer tears when torn. We are tear above self-loathing and pleas for empathy. Rather, we tear through the vehicle of our suffering till we tire, turn, table, knock, the record scratch, but the cycle always continues. The marathon on and on. We run long ways through loss, longing, heartache. Those that break and don't make it were either unfit or unwilling. They are wilted because only the slightly unhindered survive, and we survived. Ain't quite thrived in a while, but we alive though. Why we'll never know, but rather not find life's meaning from the other side. The well is dry, but we alive though. The well is dry, but we alive. And that's it though. That's it. That's seen stuff. Seen stuff, man. So that
we
you know, huh?
We in Georgia and we miss you.
The well is dry.
Name with it.
Huh? Hold on, which one?
The one where you be beating on your chest at the beginning. Like you got you do it.
Which one is that?
You do a little song and you be beating on your chest. Oh, I can't think of the name of it.
I'm trying to think of the name.
You used to do it at pop-up. You used to do it on pop-up.
I'm trying to remember the name too, because I don't. We Just Want to Be Loved, maybe?
I think, yeah, that's it.
This man had a feature and didn't even think to do that poem.
Right, he need to be beat.
I just don't know if I remember it, man. It's been a minute, man. It's been a minute.
But it's not brother, that it might come to you.
All right.
It might come to you.
I gotta talk to you, Brother John. This the last one.
I'll go on mute.
Man, I done lost some weight, man. I got a bird chest now, you feel me? I can't give you tearing that chest out these days.
They gonna make the beat sound better. They gonna make the beat sound better.
Ain't nothing flyer than a bird chest.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, Grandma. All right. I ain't sang it a little bit, man. Yeah. can't go on this way. Even though I can't all this way. I'm searching for better days. 'Cause I can't keep on this way. Say I can't go on this way. We just want to be loved, running arms wide, vision blurry, tears drowning our eyes. Ooh, yeah, well, that might be it there. That might be it there. Yeah, that's all we got. That's all we got. That's all we got. A stanza.
Straight up, it dog. Straight up. Straight up.
That was short.
Look, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for listening to me, start rocking with me. You feel me? Like, despite all the mess ups and so on and so forth, it made me feel good. I can't wait to see y'all in person. I can't wait to spit for y'all in person, hear y'all spit in person, cause this, it ain't the same for me personally, man. I be eating to like feel y'all, hug y'all, and all that stuff. But I understand, we got to keep it this way for the time being, man. But again, I appreciate y'all.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Mike, can you tell us about the book you have?
So I got books that I wrote in like a long time ago that I don't sell no more, called Euphoric Chaos. Yeah, I mean, I told you this years ago, man. I be moving on to the next, but I do got a new book coming out January 31st. Should be.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Got a release date and stuff on some stuff. I also do like photography, and I take pretty dope pics every once in a while. Depending on. And I just take dope pics at this point. I'm just live. But yeah, that's about it, man. That's about it. But the books that I do have are called Euphoric Chaos and Layers of Chaos. And they're on Amazon, I believe. If not, I think I got some copies like around the house somewhere. But again, on to the next, man. New book, January 31st. I hope y'all, support and all that stuff there. Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. Once again, don't forget to put that cash out in the chat. So next, y'all, we haven't seen her since the last time we seen her. We're going to put on the spotlight right quick. Y'all show Miss Rachel some love.
Ooh.
What's up, Rachel?
Yeah.
Oh, you so wrong. What's good, y'all? What's good?
Where you at? All I see is
somewhere in the sky.
You smoking weed again?
Why you do this to me?
You tell me about you high. Tell me about you somewhere up in the sky. My spirits is what you fly.
Oh, Mr. Keith. Oh, you so wrong. Oh,
you sound
man.
like Jessica with Mr. John, Mr. Warford. Sister, you ain't gotta call me that. Just call me Brother John. I'm gonna call me to stay in my elder.
You got a special pair of petty drawers.
Oh man.
You may be young, but you're petty.
You old and petty with your button.
Hey.
Your uncle named Petty Murphy.
Oh man.
Hey, but for
How's
everybody
everyone?
that's on, we're doing like I said, we're doing a show about domestic violence awareness, October 21st, 22nd, It's with a group called Complex Mirrors. If you want to be part of it, let me know. If you want, it's Wednesday and Thursday, 2 days. You can do a poem each day or one day or no days. Just join in or whatever. And also, these shows are being recorded, and I'll post them on my YouTube channel. I have the one for Wally B up right now. I just posted today, so you're going to go back and look at that one. But if you do choose to look at that one, the show doesn't start at 22 minutes. The first 22 minutes is me trying to get something right, so you can hear some little private conversation. We ain't even talking about that, but, me and the kids talking, and you'll hear a lot of silence. But the show actually started around 22 minutes. But please go back and check it out. It's a very, very powerful show. And as I get my technical situation taken care of, I don't forgot my password to my Hotmail and to my Facebook, so I'm trying to get those back so I can get the other links from the rest of the shows. So as I do them, I will post them on that YouTube channel, so you can go back and look at them, share it with your friends that missed your feature and all that. So, but go ahead, Rachel.
Okay. So, I'm gonna do an old poem because of the game that's going on, and is entitled Tuesday. So back in the day, we used to have Black on Black Rhyme on Tuesdays. So the last time I spoke was to introduce myself. This time, I will let you know that on a Tuesday, you've met yourself, a woman with words and intellectuality. Tuesday is the ordinary day of the week. You see, I was all alone and feeling kind of weak. I thought I need to go and see, fill my mind with the possibilities. I never considered myself a poet, but here I am putting my thoughts into script to ask you, hey, do you feel it? Many times I've gone to poetry slams, just to jam, to support the artist, learn and yearn the thoughts of a poet from me to harvest. See, Tuesday is an ordinary day of the week, but it's special to me because it's the day I met you. I'm not a poet and my thoughts are all over the place, but you know what? I'm willing to put the work in and show it. Where consistency is the key, where a handshake is all I need. And now we both got to agree. We've been through some situations where I felt sensations, writing to express and have motivation, but showing compassion and sympathy. See, that's what Kobe did, you see. Servitude is grand, and he never hid the love for his family and community. On this Tuesday, we reflect on that man's life. The passion for basketball gained the admiration of all, shows us to have empathy for one another. So let's not bother with the gruesome details of the fall. Mamba is to give the best version of yourself. Okay, you see, I teach. Do the most, give the most, and love the most. The most is importantly. This Tuesday, which is an ordinary day of the week, is where to be. Black on Black Rhyme with your host, Keith, performing your words for me. To respect the process, you see, this is a letter for you, I must confess. And this really makes me better. It's no stress because you know that I'm not no poet. This is just a way for me to speak on a Tuesday, an ordinary day of the week.
Back talk.
Yeah, talk.
Oh, back.
Go back.
Yeah. Kayla. What's up, Polk County?
Hey, I just found one to do. It's kind of short. Let me turn my
So I thought
camera.
that's why you was late. I thought you couldn't find your book. That's why you got on late. You just found it?
No, I didn't just find it. I was debriefing and unwinding from this day of mine. But, okay. Let me turn my fan off right quick. All right. I'll do this one. It's kind of short for me. It's called Under the Bonsai Tree. Wind whistling, return, return. torched front porches illuminating a watchful sky. Family limbs encircled along hanging clouds to pass the time, ticked with revolving doors of seconds and thirds, down with moon water to cleanse the weight of grief, grooved with Beverly feelings of awe at the reunion of three little girls who lost each other on the merry-go-round of cyclical wounds. Healing process initiated with a phone call, an invitation to join a joyous celebration of change, channeled in tearful reminiscence of nicked names, knocked vases, and joker screams of delight. During indoor Olympics to soothe the winter games of hunger, I watched as the Holy Trinity paid homage to the Great Mother resting in Elder Village, smiling at her daughters through the young lioness used to bridge the way to peace. That's it.
Smooth.
X, she got you beat.
All
X.
right. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Another
she got
bomb
you
by
beat.
Tree.
Yeah.
True story.
That's what's up. So was there anywhere else want to go before we close out?
I can do one more.
Oh, you already had to anyway. Remember when we started, you said you can do one at the
Oh
beginning?
yeah.
Like you volunteer. Boy, I tell you, smooth, eh? Yeah, I do too, Mo. I do too, Mo. All right, good job, Jakayla.
Y'all ready?
Not yet.
All right.
Get the video started?
I actually got to read this one from my phone because I don't remember it that well.
All right.
Whenever y'all ready.
Oh, let me take Jakayla off spotlight.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
All right, this one is called Political Science. I reflect on prisoner number 46664 that led to pen when Mandela was pinned in a Nelson hold and never chose to submit. The same test of time that conflicts when choosing to submit ballots as the masses bubble in after the shockwave of apartheid. That's apartheid that crashes in America as mass hysteria floods in. And to have clear vision for 2020 depends on the microscope lens, while virtual reality have us zooming in, wanting a solution to feel contact again, while the student body is learning the system is filled with antigens, questioning the answers provided by a president without principles, just a ruler without the proper measurements and utensils to last, while being in homeroom drops the illusion of class, as everybody roams with phones and cast stones behind the same tempered glass. So grasp the concept that the platforms heals. Is it another landslide, or will it materialize into a summit as the momentum builds until we are fulfilled? That's all I got.
Man, it's gonna run that thing back, and we're gonna just do it real. Just do it real slow.
I love the way he hear it. That's all I got every time.
I had the privilege.
You know how people try to be fake humble, you feel me, after they drop some dope stuff? You be like, yeah, you know. That's all I got.
Okay.
Jordan put an extra pin in your dime bag. Yeah, it's 11 bag actually. You know. But it's gonna run that thing back real slow. Did y'all catch all that wordplay?
All right, political science. I reflect on prisoner number 46664 that led to pen when Mandela was pinned in a Nelson hold and never chose to submit. The same test of time that conflicts when choosing to submit ballots as the masses bubble in after the shockwave of apartheid. That's apartheid that crashes in America as mass hysteria floods in. And to have clear vision for 2020 depends on a microscope lens, while virtual reality have us zooming in, wanting a solution to feel contact again, while the student body is learning the system is filled with antigens, questioning the answers provided by a president without principles, just a ruler without the proper measurements and utensils to last, while being in homeroom drops the illusion of class, as everybody roams with phones and cast stones behind the same tempered glass. So grasp the concept that the platforms heals. Is it another landslide, or will it materialize into a summit as the momentum builds until we are fulfilled? That's it.
That was dope. That was dope.
That was nice, X.
All right.
Hey,
Go
it's
ahead,
a little
X.
something. It's a little something.
I'm gonna need you to add like 2 more minutes to it though.
X hit you with a quick 14. I owe you 2.
All right, here go the intro.
Hey,
X told the intro.
I'm gonna do a long poem one day, man. I promise you, it's coming soon.
Man, just put 2 of them together. We ain't gonna know.
In fact,
Oh,
what
all
you
right.
could do, brother, is
That
if
part.
you may be able to string together some of your shorter ones that just work that way, man.
True.
That's what you do. Because if you don't naturally write long ones, you don't have to.
Right.
Look at your poems and see if, you know, if some of them can work together and you just run them like it's one poem. Hey, we ain't gonna know.
Yeah, you right. Yeah, y'all right about that. Y'all right.
I watched somebody do that, and that's what I learned. That's how I learned how to do that.
I told I brought a poet in for Tallahassee Nights Live one time, right? I told him he could do 1 poem. I promised to God he put 4 poems together. I tell him there was say, hey, it paid off for him because he sold all his books.
Oh wow! Yeah.
But he was in about for 12 minutes. I said, hold up, man. I'm at the bar getting water. Then when he used the bathroom, put some chairs out. But he rocked it. Listen, 1 poem, 5-minute limit. I had to add time to it too. And I seen him do it before. Like he said, hey man, let me just do 1 poem for the feature go up. Shit, he been like 30 minutes. Feature ain't caught no sale. He done sold it. And he was a powerful poet too, so he wasn't wasting words. He rocked it. So yes, string some of them together, get you a hook. We don't talk about all this, X.
Yeah, we did. I can rock out with 1 more poem now if y'all want me to.
You getting like Mike now? Go and do 1 more. Go and do 1 more.
All right.
Hey, don't do me like that. I was asking.
Okay, let's ask X. You'll do 1 more poem. See, X asked too.
All right. This called the last samurai. It's a short poem.
X, on that last poem, did y'all catch the number he gave at the beginning of it?
46664. That's Nelson Mandela's prison number.
Prison number, yes.
So could you do the first 4 lines all the way up to that Nelson hole, and
All right.
it'll bring it home.
I got you. Let me go back to it if I can find it.
The poem, Chief cut it.
There you go. I reflect on prisoner number 46664 that led to pen when Mandela was pinned in a Nelson hole and never chose to submit.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah. There you go.
Damn, that's fire.
And you know, Nelson hole is a wrestling move and make you submit. That was the. But go ahead to the next one. My bad. I just want to.
No, you good. You good. This short poem is called "The Last Samurai." The art of war is 2 battling perspectives now on one accord. The irony is there a true end to the double-edged sword, where ignorance sharpens ignorance, oblivious to dull weapons forged to prepare for an attack behind enemy lines. But ego causes self-inflicted wounds at the forefront of the mind, a defect in the flesh that's inclined to seek reward for every fatal blow absorbed, but hoping the Lord restores inner spirit stored as kingdoms on the verge of crumbling by humbling those who uphold a warrior's demeanor, where revenge tends to linger, but this is the holy field, so dismantle the arena. And that's all I got.
Very nice, brother.
All right.
Ring. Yeah, brother.
X is that man. Don't let X fool y'all, man.
I know you. Yeah, that's right. That's all I got. Okay, bro.
That's it. That's all I got. I'm finished. Yeah, all right. After you just dropped the bomb.
I got one more.
And was there anyone else want to go again before we close out?
Ebony.
Ebony, you want to go again?
You said what?
I'll do one
All right. With your camera on?
more. The camera. Nah, bruh.
Boy, I tell you.
I gotta wait till I get my hair done, man. I can't be
I
the
feel
guy.
you, Miss Ebony.
Yeah, that's why you gotta get that black on that rhyme hat and it'll hide all that.
Well, I'm sorry, I got a bunny on right now, and I'm not gonna put that out in the public.
I feel you.
Hold on.
This ain't the public. We family. You can't do us like that. We in the
We
living room
family,
right now.
but
I'm
you
in the
just said
same
you
boat,
put these
boo.
videos on YouTube though, like
Right.
No more.
you just said these videos going up on YouTube.
I did hear you say that, Keith.
Jessica wanted me to do the one about my son wanted to be a police officer, so I'll do that one.
Thank you.
The title of that poem is Black and Blue. At 5 years old, he's already planning to break my heart again. As if burying a monkey isn't bad enough, now he wants to be buried in pigskin. The same kid that likes Skittles, loves the dark hoodie his grandmother gave him that sneaks my Arizona whenever I'm not looking, running away from me like I was Zimmerman. Going against our community, targeting our Black men, preaching peace, love, and unity with a gun cocked in his hand. Covered in a mother's love for all things Black Lives Matter, dreaming of donuts, fast cars with cool lights and stopping bad guys, suffocated by his ambitions to make life better. I never vowed to be a mother that killed their children's dreams. I vowed to be supportive of them no matter the cost, because their well-being meant more to me. And now, raising him to become my number one enemy, our people, constant victims of police brutality, while the real culprit maintains a lack of accountability, using billy clubs to whack ebony cubs, convinced it's his responsibility. The executed, becoming the executioner while the targets remaining the same, knocking us down like we're not kings and queens while he's merely a pawn in the game. Overwhelming evidence proves we should be afraid. Living in a time with dash cams and body cams, even audio isn't enough to convict Blue Swine, and yet my son dreams of being Black and blue, fighting behind enemy lines, altering the moral code of his DNA to become a weapon of Black destruction, spiritually unbalanced because of his blue authority, blind eye to his brother's degradation. I'm over here with my brothers and sisters screaming, fuck the police, swimming in the sea of our lineage, coded in the hate of our residue, loaded, cocked, and aimed, analyzing the fear of my enemies through the eyes of my brother's pain when I see my son looking back at me, saying, Ma, this ain't you, begging me to put the gun down and fight like my granddaddy used to. Ma, he says, I can teach the world the difference between a brush and a gun in a Black man's hand. I'm Trevon, fighting for kids just like Trayvon, taking care of my responsibilities, both Black and blue.
Woo! Yes, girl.
Dope
Yes.
every time.
Thank you so much.
Woo!
Thank you, Ebony.
Thank y'all. Y'all done let me share tonight. I'm good for tomorrow. I can go to work and have a smile on my face.
That's what's up. Thank you for sharing with us. Jessica, you got any more requests for anybody? You and Brother John been on it tonight, boy.
No, I think I'm good.
You good, Brother John?
But booty ass naked poet is in sharp decline.
Nine Legs Mike go and find that poem. Mike, you ain't find the poem?
I ain't even look for that.
Mike, you look for that poem.
I appreciate the honesty. I appreciate it.
Keith, can I do one more?
Keith,
Yeah,
can you do one? Keith,
I did one. Yes, sir. Before you got on, I did.
You a lie. I was the first one on. You was a
I was
lie.
the first one on.
Exactly.
I did one at 7:45.
Yo, butt boot ass boy.
Go ahead, Jacayla.
Also short. It's called Chocolate Chip Cookie. Let's see. Instinctual isolation and mental collapse turned extinct. In moments where the memory of crumbling under 90-degree weather fades, as I find peace in the shade under oak trees, soothing the rumbling in my womb, tumbling with faith and self-forgiveness of letting greedy Grinches char the edges of my heart, devour my chocolate chips of love, and empty my cookie jar left with plump fingerprints that don't wash off with soap, craving water's touch to cleanse with intimacy. First, removing the inclination to form cement walls of leave me alone when I just need your smile. It ain't easy to receive when you haven't been shown the oh so delicate balance of I'm okay and can you stay for a while, meaning I may need some chocolate milk to seal the thick inhalation of you. That's all I got.
Damn, so low with you. Oh, you sneaking up on me. Watch out now. Y'all gotta watch it. Keep an eye on her, man.
Brother John is soul flower, not soul love.
Okay. Okay.
Finish it. I don't know how to finish.
This right here is called Chocolate Children.
My boy.
Chocolate Children. Pale white buildings occupied by wide-eyed chocolate children, destroying the future race at an assembly line pace. Feed the mind repeatedly with the crime and watch it savor the taste. A craving for misbehaving. Parents spending their life savings on court costs and bail. For some, freedom is for sale. I said for some, freedom is for sale. Chocolate writings on a chocolate covered sale. Chocolate stars being beaten by non-chocolate guards who don't like chocolate stars that shine, so they coat their mind with caramel. And if that doesn't work, they carry mails to play solitaire with confinement. Locked up so long until they find themselves behind men, forcibly inserting their chocolate bars into non-chocolate stars. And now the cycle is complete. They're not chocolate because they're black. They're chocolate because they're sweet. I said they're not chocolate because they're black. They're chocolate because they're sweet.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Well, thank y'all for tuning in.
You did that, big dog. You did that.
Hey, Mike, you look like Tony Montana in the final moments, dog.
That picture went away real quick.
I tried to put him on spotlight. That joke was huh?
Y'all should have called him, man. He looked like.
That's it. Nah, no case. We out of there.
Ask what you should have did. Put it in the chat.
Huh? I come and need to hear that poem again.
The chocolate chip.
Yeah, no, the chocolate child. Niggas say
Chocolate children. You and John just. Yeah, I have so many poems that I'm gonna start doing those poems I rarely do on stage in the virtual. Cause it's X called me. We be going back and forth. You're like, man, you gotta do that one. Man, you gotta do that one.
I'll be trying to tell him, man. Don't be snapping, man. Trying to tell him.
But I forgot about that poem because she did a poem called Chocolate Chip.
Amazing.
But y'all keep writing. Don't forget we got the domestic violence show coming up.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna have a Thanksgiving show. Things we're thankful for. And we're gonna eventually live stream it when I get my computer stuff right. That's the ultimate goal. And yeah, we're not on stage now, but this, I mean, even this is fellowshipping. So I mean, even hearing y'all, it keeps me sharp. And hopefully, I mean, y'all get the same feeling. I know everybody can't catch every show. I mean, oh shit. 2 weeks ago, we didn't even have a show. I didn't even tell everybody I counseled. But the feature poet, his mom died the week of his feature, and I didn't even put the flyer out. So I didn't say it was canceled just in case he wanted to come on and release. But that never happened. So that's why I didn't say it was canceled, because, you know, sometimes you might want to do it for therapy. So, but just spread the word, y'all. Keep it going. And remember, when life gives you back talk, don't be afraid to talk back.
Right, beloved.
Yeah. All right, you guys.
Good night, y'all.
Family.
Good night.
Good night.
Take care of your voice, Jessica. All the sick and the shut in.
Don't you start. But booty naked ass poet.
Lord have mercy. I done messed up.
You done definitely messed up.
Put your clothes back on. Good night.
Good night.